Welcome back to Among Trees. Since I last recorded myself playing this, I've been playing quite a lot offline. And the main thing I've been doing is just gathering resources, because that part of the game takes a long time. And I wanted to record me making all of the actual progress after having gathered all of the resources. So I've done that. I've got loads of resources now. I've got enough to get a load of extra stuff. So this particular session, this episode of whatever we're doing here, is going to be full of so much progress. All the progress. Every bit of progress. So, welcome back to my lovely cabin, which will look very much the same as it was last time I was on. Except I've now got a plant. My big Stenmurer plant. But what you will see is, if you look inside this box, loads of food all over. And if you look upstairs, every box is now mostly full with useful items from when I've been wandering around, including a lot of stuff I actually need to progress the game. So, if people do not remember, the way to complete this game is to finish this book. And, I've also found a lot of other stuff while I've been wandering around as well. So, I found a few more vegetables, or flora as they're called. I found chicory, I found cattails. What else did I find when I was wandering? Solidago was one of the ones I found. I haven't found a use for this yet, but I'm guessing it's like brewing. There was anything else I found when I was wandering. The black void mushroom may have also been one I found. So we're getting very close to finishing this now. We need this one here, which looks like a turnip, which I think I have to grow in the greenhouse, so that's fine. This looks like another type of mushroom. As does that. That's definitely a mushroom. No idea. Looks like an upside down ball sack. But yeah, we've got this one to get as well. Exploration-wise, I found another lake. So I was complaining last time about there not being anywhere that I can get water from away from here. There's a lake there. And I also know from the previous time I played that there's an ocean up here somewhere. So one of the things I want to do today is do a circumnavigation of the entire map. Take a tent with me, take some water, take some food, and just do a full loop of the map so that I know how big it is. Because as you can see here, I've explored this entire southern area whilst I've been doing the off-camera stuff. The only place I haven't gone, a place where I thought there might have been something interesting. So there's a bear over here. This spot here is a bear. I haven't looked at the bear yet. And there is a cave here that I've not been in. So I also need to investigate that cave. Yeah, so if we take a look at this now, we've got Reed Lake. Blue Pearl Cave was that one on the other side. Whatever. So one of these is the ocean, but I don't know about the others. So these are still to be discovered. Construction-wise, this is what we're going to do right now. So, I have two... Hello, Merlin. I have two things to finish here. The brewing room and the greenhouse, and I have the materials for all of them. So I need all my planks, fungus, stems, plates, and glue. So, the full expansion happens now. I bet I won't get the achievement for it. So, the greenhouse. Done. Oh, it's cute. Hello. Why am I saying hello to a greenhouse? And the brewing room. Oh, it did give me the achievement. Okay. Sick. Has it given me the one that it hasn't given me yet, though? No, survive for 15 days just hasn't been done. I'm sure I've survived for more than 15 days. How do you tell? Where does it tell you how many days you've been alive? I don't know. Let's outside and see what the finished cabin looks like. Okay, we're going to spin around. We're going to enjoy it together. Are we ready? Oh, fucking mansion. Jesus. It's massive, isn't it? Because like with the greenhouse extension there, and then that extension there, and then obviously there's going to be the bit around the back as well, which is there. It's come a long way from just a pile of sticks and planks of wood, hasn't it? I also gathered the ingredients to make some of the clothing and the bags. Unfortunately, I cannot make the biggest bag because I'm lacking 2 chicory. I've only found 2 and I need 4. So I can't make the biggest bag, but I can make the next size bag up. And I also managed to find all of the ingredients to make what I think is the best clothing, which is the one that makes you super fast. So I am going to get that next. Okay, fill the water up, refill the canteen. I have no idea how long it's going to take me to discover all of the locations. Tripping up on my words there, because I don't know where they are. But hopefully, they'll be like visible enough that I can find them when I get close to them. I hope they're not like really awkwardly awkward things to find. Like, it's so cute. Like, you know, like it'll be, or you have to go down like a cavern or a deep hole or behind some rocks or down like a really tight path. You know what I mean? I'm gonna finally get to change my outfit, even though I can't see myself. I don't think that there's any camera angle where you can see what you're wearing. What this is going to do is give me resistance to the cold, so if I'm out at night, I can last longer. More stamina means I can run for longer, but the speed is the main one I want. So, you own this item. Sweet. And then I want to make this. Oh, I've also got everything this. This is the Willow backpack. The next one up, I need 2 more chicory. So I can find the chicory as I'm wandering around now, going for for exploration. And then I can upgrade to the bigger bag. But for now, I can make the Willow backpack. Like I have to wear it. Like I would want to wear the shit one. Sick. Okay, 2 extra spaces. Perfect. I still think that it should give you more because of how many things you need. But I'm at a point now in the game where I don't really need to collect too many things. Because I've got everything I would really want. It's now just exploration and finding the last of the things I don't have. But I guess what I should really do is go and have a look at the 2 rooms I've just unlocked. Because I didn't actually explore what I can do in them. I know I can plant seeds. And I kept 6. I didn't know how many seeds I'd need, but it looks like there might be 6 slots. Oh, there we are. So, plant seed or switch seed. But I'm going to guess that I need to water them. Does that mean I have to go and collect the water as well? Is it really that awkward? How do I make a watering can? Oh, I also found this. I forgot about this. I found the campfire kit and I found a campfire. I guess what I can do is take a tent out, take a campfire out, and then take a campfire cooking kit out if I want to be like fully sustainable out on the go. I can take all those things in one go. However, I don't think I need to, because if I take a tent, I can just sleep as soon as the night starts, and then I won't be cold. Okay, so it can hold water. Alright, okay, so you can see the level of like moisture. See, little things like this are the faff. I pour this anywhere? Yes, I can. And then these, obviously, I guess they're going to take a couple of days to mature. And then I've got sustainable... Well, it's not really a sustainable food resource, though, unless I get the seeds. Do I have to get more seeds? Or do they just continue to grow? I'm going to have to guess I'm going to have to get more seeds. But this is why they grow 3 in one pack, in one thing. The big plan, so it's nightfall now, which means I can sleep and then go out for the day. The plan is the circumnavigation. That's what I want to do at the moment. So I need the tent. I also am going to take the pickaxe, just in case I find something rare I can break off. But I don't think I'm going to need to, because as far as I'm aware, that's the only thing I need to mine. But I'll take water, I'll take the pickaxe if I want it, just in case. The tent's got 2 charges, and that should be enough, because last time I went to the sea, I got there and back and survived. So if you can get there and back and survive, then that obviously means that you can... Like, 2 sleeps should be fine. Look at the brew. What can you make? Oh! Temporary buffs. Solidargo brew. Sprint faster, increase stamina for a minute. Sprint faster, increase stamina for 2 minutes. Increase your body temperature. Increase body temperature. Stay awake for longer. Stay awake for longer. Ah. Here's the issue with this. So this is what I'm looking at this. This feels like end game stuff, because it's taken me a very long time to unlock this room. But I've already learned how to manage all of these things to the point where this will never be enough of an issue for me to carry the item around. Because each of these is going to take up an inventory slot. And 2 minutes isn't a lot of time. So say wait for 6 minutes longer. Why? Like, if you run out of... Like, if you're falling asleep out in the wilderness, do you just fall asleep on the floor? You die? If you fall asleep outside, do you freeze to death? This feels very much like, to me, like, the people who made the game threw a lot of stuff in that the survival games have without really considering, like, the value they're going to have. So, like, I was complaining about the backpacks not having enough space. They've put in the backpacks because they know they have to increase what your carry capacity, but they've just gone, oh, a 2's fine, 4's fine. And like these should be like the whole day. They should be increase the speed for the entire day because then you can just get out and get running. The only one of these I might even use is this Bishop's Brew one because I never need to increase my temperature. I don't think I've ever been in a situation where I've been freezing, except for once from that time when I was running back from the sea. I think I was freezing cold. But even then, like the food I've got that I carry around with me, these, they've fully increased my temperature anyway. All 3 of them. And obviously because the kitchen I unlocked before this, it's useless. It's useless to be able to increase my temperature temporarily when I can already make something that not only puts my temperature to full, which will give me effectively another minute or 2 in the cold anyway, but it also gives my health full and makes my hunger full. And then staying awake just isn't particularly useful anyway because I've already got the tent. And if I've got the tent, then I can put a tent up when I'm out and sleep when it gets late. The only one I can find any use for, I think, would be this one, the Bishop's Brew, because it allows me to sprint faster and sprint for longer, which means I can just get further in the day. So I guess before I go to sleep, I'm going to make some of those. Sorry, that was a long rant, but like I'm just getting my thoughts out on the way the game's working. And it takes a long time as well. Let's check my phone. Is it stackable? 2. So I can only stack it in 2s. Again, another limitation to something that's already not going to be particularly useful. Yeah, it does irritate me that this game has so many of these small problems. That the game itself feels like it's got so much potential to be... it's like a super nice survival game. Because it's very rare you get a survival game that is just this relaxing. Where the whole point of the game is just like to walk around, collecting stuff, finding stuff, exploring. And that there's very few actual threats apart from just staying alive. Yeah, there's very few games like this. But it really just lets it down by having all of these tiny teething issues. And this obvious like issue with the scaling of the stuff that you have. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe the tent isn't as useful as I think it is and you may need to stay up later. Or maybe I'll end up freezing to death in the tent because I don't have a campfire. And it's like, oh, it's just a cheaper way of being able to get home. Okay, so I've got my tent. I've got my pickaxe, axe, block pick. I can put the bishop's lace back upstairs because I'm not going to need that anymore because I can only carry 2. But that means I can sprint for longer if needs be. What are those little slots? Oh, it's my extra sprint. So that must be the furthest I can get. The little slots when I sprint there. You can see the extra slots. That must be the furthest I can get. And the plan today is circumnavigation of the map. So, all the way around the edge. I've got a tent with 2 charges. I'm going to refill this canteen and drink when I get to the water. And this canteen lasts for like 2 full drinks. And 1 half-ish. Which means I should be able to go full 2 days without returning home. I need to make sure that I feed you. And you know what? I'm going to take 1 with me so I can feed you on the way. You coming with me on my adventure. I love that there's a little box flap as well. Okay, say goodbye to the house. We're going for a wander. Does look nice. That's a tree. A thumbnail material right here. Right, let's roll. So I'm not going to be collecting too many items while I'm out because I don't need any. The only thing I'm really going to be collecting is anything unique or chicory because I do need that. So, top of a water. Refill the canteen. And let's roll. So I can now sprint for a long time. However, I am going to drink one of these things just see what it lets me do. Maybe it lets me sprint really fast. It's a minor increase. Well, can't complain too much. Alright, so let's cut through this gap here, and then we're going to be into new territory. Although I kind of want to go that way because I'm going to look at the edge. I just want to avoid that bear there as well. Okay, so once I hit this rock face, I'm sticking to it all the way around. I'm going to follow this rock face. Did I bring a fishing rod? Shit. I need the fishing rod. I need to fish at the ocean for an achievement. How far am I? Oh, it's better to go back now because I don't want to go all the way to the ocean again. God damn it. I'm losing the day here. I thought you were caught locked for the achievements. It just gave me one of the achievements for unlocking all of the rooms of my house. So I'm hoping maybe it's just a couple that bugged out. Although one of them is survive for 15 days. I'm pretty sure I'm past day 15. I should have checked when I woke up. Anyway, made it back. No biggie. Don't need anything else to have now. Where's my fox? Oh, it's miles away. Am I running too fast for the fox? I think you've run too fast for the fox. What? Why would they... Why? Honestly, that's the most annoying thing this whole game. The fact that if you use the potion to run faster, the fox can't keep up with you. I'm guessing I can outrun the bear if I've got the speed potion on. Because one of the achievements is to survive a bear attack. Right, so the real adventure begins now. We're going to be heading all the way around the edge of the map. We've got enough food, enough water to last about 2 days. And considering how fast you can get around with the amount of sprint that you do get, so it is very generous with the amount of sprint you get. Hopefully while I'm wandering as well, I'll be able to find some new locations as well. Obviously I know where the ocean is. I don't know what else the game has. Like, I found a couple of meadows, I found some lakes. I imagine there's going to be quite a lot of this. It's all going to be quite the same now. Just cliffside, trees, plants. One thing I've not seen in this, apart from your own... Music's chiming in. Apart from your own cabin, I've not really seen any man-made structures except for those pylons. Like, you'd think one of the locations of note might be some kind of building. I do need to keep an eye open for the new types of mushroom that I've not found yet. And I'm guessing that they're further out. Because that'd be what would encourage you to start looking for the... Like, trying to range further outwards would be to find things that aren't nearby. The little fox running alongside just makes it so much nicer. I think the fox was added after the game launched. It wasn't in the original game. And they added the fox. And the best addition ever. Adding a little animal that follows you around. Absolutely worth it. Alright, let's see how we're doing. Alright, so we're tracing a path around the outside bit here. So sun's setting now. So once I see the moon appear, I'm going to put up my tent. I've definitely not made as much progress as I thought I would, but then I suppose I did have to go backwards and get the fishing rod. But something also as well, I think when I did this last time, I just made a beeline north. I don't think I traced the mountain. I'm not sure, I can't remember. It was quite a while back. Okay, maybe there's a blueprint here. There's sometimes blueprints in these things. Like, this loot, so far out. Why would anyone want to come this far out for this? I've already got everything I need to build things with. I'm standing by my statement. Like, great concept, but just very strangely put into practice. Okay, so it's officially nighttime, which means it's going to start getting colder. I do still have some energy left. And I'm not starving. Water's fine. And I'm currently not freezing, so I'm going to just keep going until I start freezing. And then we'll sleep. Yeah, temperature's still full. Although, if I do stay up through the night, then does that mean that I can't sleep? You know what, I'm actually not going to risk it. I don't want to risk it, so I'm just going to get the tent out. And then we will sleep in the tent. Yeah, day 26. Well past day 15. And I've mentioned it a couple of times, but I don't like how little of the map is filled out. Like, look at how much I can see from here. Look at how far the distance goes in what I can actually view. And then when you look at the map, it's unlocking the tiniest bit around me. It's like if you wanted to be a completionist and unlock the entire map, it would take you... it would just take forever, because you just got to run back and forth in lines. Like a printer. Here's another concern I have, actually. If this entire cliff face is going to keep ducking and weaving all over the place, I might not even have enough time to get around the entire map before my usage of tents and stuff runs out. Because look, I'm going backwards again. It's giving me like a zigzag. It's increasing the amount of distance I actually have to run. I think we're making decent time so far, but we've not hit the ocean yet, and it's the middle of the day, and I'm going to run, like, my tent's going to... I've got one more use on my tent. Maybe I should have made a fresh tent for this, just in case. Worst case, on the third day, if I know I'm not going to make the whole journey, I can just make just a beeline all the way back. Get back to the house, restock, and then do the other side separately. Riveting gameplay, just running in one direction. And this is another thing as well. Why make the map this big if at this point in the game I've pretty much already finished the progression and not needed to venture outwards? Like, you would either put some of the more important resources further out so that I had to go further out to get them, or you would make the map smaller. But then if you're going to put resources further out, you also need to increase the inventory size again. So I realise I'm just whining now. I'm just complaining. It's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. It does just feel like I'm never going to hit an end point. Like, I know there's an ocean somewhere. Maybe that's it there. Maybe that's what I can see. Or maybe it's here. And I just remember it being north rather than north-east. Yeah, it looks like I'm coming to some kind of thing. There, that looks like an ocean. Okay, thank God. Right, we've made it. Sundown of the second day. Golden Bay. Oh, nice though. Nice view. There's a lot of stuff floating. You can also see the textures on the floor. Alright, so we want to fish here. And try and catch... It's called a northern something. At least I assume it's fishing here. I'm not seeing any of the little splashes that you're supposed to get when you fish. Oh, so you just keep following this edge, and then maybe I'll just try a different spot. Maybe there's like a pier or something you're supposed to fish from. I really hope that I'm right about the fact that it's something that needs to be caught in the ocean, and it's not it's not that it's just a rare catch in a lake, because having to travel across the map to get a special fish in the ocean is a cool idea for like an achievement, but just making me fish forever until I find something is a shit idea. Well, it's officially nighttime. I mean, as much as it looks like nighttime, but... Oh, is this a mushroom I don't have? Death cap. No, I've had a death... Oh, I haven't had a death cap. Oh, perfect. Oh my god, if we eat it raw, it basically guaranteed to poison you. The reason why I'm looking for a fish is one of the achievements for the game says catch a northern pike perch. So for me, the most northern place on the map would be here. This is where I would imagine that this northern pike perch would be. It would be that you have to catch it in the ocean. Or maybe there's like a lake in the north that you catch it from instead. Because it does say like this, look for a spot in a lake to begin fishing. So maybe you just can't catch anything in the ocean, even though it'll let me cast the line. Right, a pike is a freshwater fish. I'm not going to trust this game to know what fish should be where. I'm just using the logic of if I was a game maker and I wanted to give a player an achievement for catching a special fish, why is the... If I were to give the player an achievement for catching a special fish, I would put the special fish in the hardest to get ocean, hardest to get water, which is the ocean at the top of the map. It would not make sense to me for it to be anywhere else. I'm starting to freeze. It's fine. I'll do as much distance as I can, and then I'll throw my tent down. Alright, temperature's below half. I reckon it's tent time. Day 27. Well, the tent broke. That's my last tent. But I should be fine getting back. This will be my last pot of food, but I do have just bits and pieces I can eat. I'm also going to give you the fish filler. In a couple of days, you've been good. Circumnavigation is going well though. I like having the outline of the area that I can actually travel through. So I think it just makes it so much easier to know where I've been and where I haven't been if I know how much space there is to actually travel around. Rather than the map just like being this nebulous empty space. Perfect, that's 4 chicory. It means I can make my next bag. So I can get my full-size bag. I'll be looking. Okay, so I'm actually nearly making it back to where I've been. But now that I've been out and about, do you see what I mean about not really needing the extra time to not fall asleep? Or not really needing the temperature recovery if you've got the tent or if you like plan for the journey. And it's not like it's an emergency thing as well, because you have to decide to carry things because your inventory space is so small. And because the brewing room is one of the last rooms you make. Maybe it's not. Maybe I should have made it earlier. Maybe I did it wrong and I was meant to make a different room first. It's like a big plateau, this. Let me trace the edge of it. Where's my fox? Oh my god, why is my fox so far back? I'm gonna have to go and get it. Like, the problem with the fox, it doesn't just, like, respawn with you. It's too far away now for me to call it, so I need to go and get it for it to come back to me. How did it get stuck? How did the fox get stuck? Just so many little teething issues to what would otherwise be a fantastic experience. You know, I'm actually not too far away. I'm going to go get my fox. I've only just noticed it's missing, so maybe it's not too far away. Hang on, wait. Perfect opportunity to drink this. This fox must be where I camped. Here we are. It's because I fed it. If you feed it, it stands still. That's a stupid thing to put in. It was a successful venture. Like we've made it all the way to the sea. It is just a bit... There's lots of wormwood root here. I'm just a little confused now because there doesn't seem to be enough map I've explored to find the interesting locations. Right, let's head back to the cliffs and let's finish the full loop. So close. So close to the full loop. That's going to be a satisfying moment. Crossing that little threshold here. And I've done a lot. Let me just make sure I've not missed a little bit. There's a little bit there, but that doesn't count. Here we go. Close to completion. And it's done. I've met me on the other side. Now what? I guess it's just time to just vaguely wander. And then, oh, the sun's setting actually, so I should probably start heading home. I'm not too far away, am I? Nah. I should probably discover more map as I'm running. How many more locations have I got to find? I think it's 4 or 5. I reckon one of them might be that cave. The cave that I haven't explored yet. So I guess I might make that my next destination. Aside from that, I don't know. Home sweet home. Good fox. Right, well, while I'm here, before I go to sleep, I'm going to make that bigger backpack. I think I might have the stuff for it already. This one. So I've got the 2 chicories, I need 2 more. I need 3 thread, 18 sticks. 18 sticks in a fucking bag. So. Let's equip this bag. Perfect. Oh, look at this inventory space now. This is much nicer. Okay, let's take a look at what we've discovered. So, construction-wise, we've done everything. We've made the full extensions and everything to the house. Flora, page 1 done. We're missing this one. That's the one that grows. So I can easily get this one. And then we're missing... That's it. No, it's not. We're missing 2 more. There's this one here. It looks like one of those, but slightly different. And then we're missing this one here. Okay, okay. And then exploration-wise, this is the one I'm missing the most of. So there's a big one here. These are all water-related, so I wonder if this is also another lake. You've got Golden Bay there, blue. So I reckon another one of these is the cave. Meadow and something else there. Alright, do I need to re-water these? Dead plant? You see what I mean about it just adding layers of difficulty to things it doesn't need to? So you can't go out and explore when you're trying to grow the plants. They've been in here for a fucking day. I planted all my seeds because I didn't realise they were all just going to fucking die immediately. So you just have to stand here and watch them and water them every 2 seconds. For fuck's sake. Alright, well I'll get some more seeds when I'm out then. Okay, so I'm going to sleep and then I'm going to go and... God, how... Why? Why do that? I've been away for, what, 2 days? And it's not like needs water. They're all dead. You know, like crops in real life that you need to water every single 5 minutes. Or they just fucking rot and disappear. I should just eat a poison mushroom and be done with it.